fast, free 1 to 2 day shipping. Start saving today at Chewy.com.
Imagine a DNA test that could reveal as much about your future as your past. That could tell you everything from your body's sensitivity to caffeine, to your connection to history's great pioneers and explorers, to ways to be proactive about your health. Because knowing where you came from is wonderful. But knowing where you could go, that's power. Helix. Follow your DNA.
For small businesses, payroll is complex and time-consuming, and mistakes can mean tax trouble. Sure Payroll makes it easy to pay employees and file federal, state, and local taxes with accuracy guaranteed, all done online in minutes, and with award-winning support, even on weekends and evenings. More time for you, less time on payroll and taxes. For 1 month of free payroll, visit SurePayroll.com now or call 844-SURE-PAYROLL, SurePayroll.com.
I'm Ken Jacobus. I'm the owner of Good Start Packaging. We distribute environmentally friendly packaging for restaurants, and we've grown substantially. So I switched to the Spark Cash Card from Capital One. I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. And last year, I earned $36,000 in cash back. That's right, $36,000, which I use to offer health insurance to my employees. My unlimited 2% cash back is more than just a perk. It's our health care. Can I say it? What's in your wallet?
CNN Money Now, brought to you by the Spark Cash Card from Capital One. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase every day.
It is time for CNN Money Now. Wall Street focused on the upcoming jobs report, which means we get a double helping of Romans today, because there's also some trouble in the tech sector.
Yep.
Chief Business Correspondent Christine Romans with all of that.
Hi there, John. Well, how hot is the jobs market? We're going to find out. The government releases its monthly jobs report this morning. Economists expect 187,000 new jobs created in August. The jobless rate is likely to be below 4%. What we really want to see is wage growth. It's been hovering around 2.7% for years. That's not much of a raise for workers. But the real concern on Wall Street this morning is the tech sector. The Nasdaq riding a 3-day losing streak. It's set for more losses, John, at the open. A big drop in Twitter stock sparking some anxiety. Shares there down 12% in the past 2 days. That's after the CEO, Jack Dorsey, faced those lawmakers on Capitol Hill earlier this week. And check out the losses for the so-called FANG stocks, Facebook, Netflix, Google, all with big losses to start September. The concern here is regulation. The big question, will the government put new regulations on social networks and tech firms that collect user data, or will internal policing be enough to stop the spread of misinformation and potential election interference? Allison?
All right, that is the big question, and we will look forward to seeing those jobs numbers. Thank you, Christine. So, New York's Attorney General has subpoenaed all 8 Catholic dioceses in the state as part of a civil investigation into a potential child sex abuse cover-up. New York is now one of at least 5 states investigating the Catholic Church. CNN's Rosa Flores is here with us in studio with more. Rosa, what's the latest?
Well, Allison, the Attorney General here in New York launching an investigation into the Catholic Church's review and, quote, potential cover-up of child sex abuse. Now, this is a civil investigation led by the Charities Bureau at the Attorney General's office. Because here's the thing, the Attorney General has jurisdiction over civil matters, not over criminal matters, but she is working with district attorneys across the state on the criminal side of things. Now, as you mentioned, she has issued subpoenas to all 8 archdioceses across the state. Now, we've reached out to them. Here's what they had to say, quote, Archdiocese of New York and the other 7 dioceses in the state are ready and eager to work together with her in the investigation. Now, in nearby New Jersey, the Attorney General there also launching a task force that's going to be headed by an expert prosecutor on sex crimes. Now, those folks there, they will be issuing subpoenas, also collecting evidence, and they will be presenting that evidence before a grand jury. Now, all this comes in the heels of the Pennsylvania grand jury report, which was explosive, which revealed systemic child abuse and also cover-up. Now, the Attorney General there responding, saying, quote, our work in Pennsylvania has spurred a movement. The time for institutions to place their own interests above protecting our children is over. Josh Shapiro, the Attorney General there, saying that he's been contacted by more than a dozen attorney generals from across the state. And he's also been contacted by the U.S. DOJ. And Allison, from talking to survivors, they feel that all of the action by attorney generals around the country gives them hope that justice has a chance.
Yes, Rosa, we've heard you speaking to these survivors. We have as well, and they keep saying they want action. So thank you very much for the update on that story. We're following a lot of news this morning, so let's get right to it.
Nobody knows who the hell he is. The New York Times should publish his name at once.
Other officials started scrambling, tripping over each other to put out denials.
This whole White House has mastered the art of deflecting attention. They do it very well.
I think it would be acceptable to use a lie detector test and ask people whether or not they're talking to the media.
It's stretching our democracy to a breaking point.
No country can survive a president who lies like this.
I broke the Senate rules by reading from that email.
It would be a mistake for any prospective member to say, here's how I will vote on a case.
Roe v. Wade is an important precedent of the Supreme Court.
This is New Day with Allison Camerata and John Berman.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome to your new day. It is September 7th, 8 o'clock here in the East. We begin with President Trump's hunt for the author of the op-ed. The New York Times reports the White House has a list of 12 suspects they think could be behind that blistering piece. Meanwhile, Senator Rand Paul suggests perhaps everyone should be forced to take polygraph tests. According to the Times, that proposal was actually discussed by the president's advisors. Meanwhile, one administration official after another has come forward to say they didn't do it. You see all of their pictures there. The president is said to be closely watching their denials.
At a rally last night in Montana, the president claimed again that this New York Times op-ed amounts to treason. It does not. It does not meet any definition, in fact, of treason. He also tried to frighten his supporters about what could happen if Republicans don't win in the midterms.
And what you're going to have is you'll have a country that's going to turn into a third world country. Because if the opposite party becomes president, every time before it even starts, before you've even found out whether or not he or she is going to do a great job, they'll say, we want to impeach him, and you'll impeach him. It's so ridiculous. But we'll worry about that if it ever happens. But if it does happen, it's for because you didn't go out to vote. Okay?
Now we have CNN political commentator Van Jones, host of the Van Jones